These are a pair of fully trimmed door panels for the Triumph TR6. They have been cut on our in-house CNC machine using 2.55mm automotive hardboard, so the correct thickness hardboard for this era of car and suitability for fitments. They've then been foamed with the HF RF weld foam, and then they've been embossed on our in-house high frequency welding machine with all the correct tooling. Now, for those of you out there that know your Triumph TR6 as well, you'll note that this pattern here was the rare pattern, only used on the very first production of the TR6s, so 1969, 1970 sort of era. Chassis number wise, it was any of the cars with either CP or CC before 50,000 on the chassis number. So after that range, they started changing the patterns on there, which were a lot more common, the later style patterns. But this is, strictly speaking, for the very early TR6. Now, this pattern's exactly the same as what they used on the TR4, TR4A, TR5 and TR250. There is zero difference. The only real difference would have been the piping colour. TR6s, they use same colour piping, as you can see, whereas the earlier cars tended to use white piping. But apart from that, they are pretty much the same design. This has been done in shadow blue vinyl. We can also offer leather, and for leather we can still emboss them. We're one of the only companies in the world that do have the correct embossing tools for these TR kits. And yeah, shadow blue is an original Triumph colour. We sometimes refer to it as pale shadow blue. For the other marks of cars that we do when people are having custom colours, the word shadow caused a bit of confusion. People thought that that meant dark, and so we put pale shadow blue because it's not really a dark blue, it's more of a pale blue. Just bear that in mind. So you can see it's been RF HF welded with the lines going along there. So you have 4, then you have this one going down, which integrates into the elasticated map pocket there. Then it's piped all the way around. Now, strictly speaking, this actual panel will fit all the TR4s to 6s up to a certain point, apart from when the door release was moved into the centre here on the very late sort of 1973, 1974 cars. The reason for that is, strictly speaking, the panels are actually different, but we have mixed and merged them over the years to allow a bit of flexibility when you're doing it. So I'll just explain all of the holes on the back here. So the ones around the outside are obvious, they're the trim clip holes. See our handbook for more details on fixing these in and the trim clips that we use. Then you'll see you've got 2 small holes here. Strictly speaking, only really applicable to the TR4 and 4As, where they had the chrome handle to pull the door shut. But we leave them on there because my father, for one, has a TR5 and he liked that element of it, and so he's actually put chrome handles on his car, and we've been asked over the years by other customers, so we thought, why not? You know, they're only pilot holes, so no harm done. Then you've got these here, so you have a bigger one and a smaller one, and same down here, bigger and smaller. The top ones here are for the door release handles, so you turn them and it opens the door up effectively. The big one are for the TR5 and TR6s, the smaller one are for the TR4 and 4As. Down here, window winder, same principle again. The big one, 5 and 6s, the small one, 4 and 4As. They are purely pilot holes. So what you want to be doing is effectively, imagine that should be roughly the center of the hole you want to be doing, but always match it up to your car. They had inconsistencies, these cars, like there's nothing else in the world effectively. So really bear that in mind and match it all up first and make some marks before you go drilling holes, etc. And then all you have to do is simply drill in there. You don't even really need to go into the material at all because you can poke through the material. Only do the hole size that you actually need for the rod to go through. You don't need to go berserk. There's grommets on the other side that will cover up everything else. So you just need it big enough for the actual rod to go through itself, and they're pilot holes to guide you through. You'll also see you got this small hole here, which is for the pocket fixing, which mounts about there roughly. Obviously you can see the elastic going around onto the back there as well for the pockets. So that is the back of the door panel explained. For the later style TR6s, see our website for details in the other video. that does differ on the back of them for the other style TR6s. Effectively, for the TR4s up until the TR6s, we have two main door panel blanks, this one and the other one. Then that goes in tune with the styling that we use for the lines, effectively. So just bear that in mind when ordering. And if you have any questions or you want to mix and merge between them, just let us know. See our website for more details.